Hello friends, you're with the Lonesome Gamer and I'm still playing Thunderbolt Apache Leader. It's the beginning of the second day now. I was quite successful in the first day. I destroyed one battalion and I halved another one. So I think that wasn't too bad, and now we can start here with the second day. First we're gonna draw a special condition card. So let's see what that is. Resupply. Gain 4 special option points or replace 1 aircraft or pilot for free. That's awesome. This is really cool. Okay, so yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. And well, very good card. And now we're gonna allocate the pilots and the aircraft. Okay, because there are now 4 assault battalions here in the friendly transit, I think it's necessary that we destroy, well, possibly 2 of them. So because then if they enter this bend here, we will lose special points per enemy. And I decided to attack the mixed force with Rebel, the newbie. He's, well, obviously not very good in a Thunderbolt, but he needs some experience, and my other Thunderbolt pilot needs some recovery time, I think. Then Tex, an Apache, and he's my only fast pilot. And I put him together with the new with Rebel, so maybe he can compensate his weakness a little bit. And the other 2 aircraft are this Apache with Montana. He's an average pilot, good at standoff. And he has to fly his second mission now, because there are only 3 Apache pilots altogether. So on the second day, one has to fly 2 missions if we always fly these 2 Apaches. And then there is Hack, an average pilot, and he's gonna fly with a Harrier. And he's got this evasive skill, which is pretty awesome. That helps him to reduce hits by enemy forces and also to evade the ridges. So that's a very good ability. And they're gonna attack this fast assault unit. But I'm gonna start with the mixed force. And let me see, I'm gonna allocate the scout. And I think I'm gonna place that on the mixed force. That's the 4A. Yeah, so I'll place the scout here. I think actually this might be the harder mission. We have helicopters here and commands, some tanks. So, well, let's find out about that. So I armed the aircraft, and Tex, he's gonna be the one that will carry the anti-aircraft missiles against the helicopters, simply because he's the fast pilot, and I think that's a good idea to have these. Well, on the other hand, yeah, I think I'll do it that way. And then we got he's got also a few of these air-to-ground weapons. And he's got only air-to-ground weapons. These AGM-65, probably against the tanks, with their one that you need to hit. So tanks are a little harder to hit, so that might be a good weapon against them. Some MK20 in case there are more units on one hex. And he's also got a fuel tank. Okay, so then let's see. Well, actually I changed that a little bit. I gave him now 2 of these anti-air missiles, and he also just has 2, but a little more of these air-to-ground weapons. Okay, and now let's draw the target-bound mission event. And that's SAM vehicle. Discard 2 weight points of air-to-ground counters, or random aircraft suffers 1 heavy hit. Okay, we don't want that to happen. So, yeah, I think I will discard this thing here. Or probably these 2. I think I'll discard these 2 and keep them. I don't like it, but okay. Yeah, that wasn't so good. And then it's then we place the Terran hexes. Okay, so this time it's really interesting because, well, first of all, there is this ridge here which divides the whole map into 2 areas actually. That one up here and the other one here. And the funny thing is that nearly all the units are in 4 hexes. Only that one is here and all the other hexes are empty. So that should make it easier for us, I think. I'm not absolutely sure about that, but well, pretty much. I think that is a big advantage actually. Yeah, although I'm not so sure how to handle that exactly. But now I'm gonna place my aircraft. Okay, I placed the aircraft, and I don't know, I think I didn't mention that before. At the beginning of a mission, you can only place the aircraft in one of the outer hexes, not in one of these 2 middle hexes here. Okay, so now let's start that. And first we have to draw the pop-up counters, but because we are both in low altitude, there is no reason to do that. Then we roll for the enemy cover, and that could be an interesting thing now. And that's a 9. That's bad. Well, it's not so bad actually. It says 1 hex here, 1 hex with the most active. So in this case it's these 4. That isn't really good, and I also see that I made my first error here, but now it's too late. I did what I did. I was stupid. I forgot that this command unit can shoot at rebel. I didn't see that, but now it's too late for that. Stupid. Okay. Anyway, so now it's my fast pilot, and that is Tax. And he now moves here, like this, and he shoots here at the helicopter. So that is just 1, 2. The helicopter is in line of sight, and he uses these 2 counters here, so he needs a 3. He's got a standoff value of -1, so he needs a 4 for a hit. That's a 10. Very good. So that helicopter is destroyed. And now we have the attack of the enemy, and that was stupid, I forgot that. Now it's this command unit here. On the other hand, I'm not so sure how I could have avoided that. I don't know. Okay, anyway. So now let's see who's attacked. It's one of these. Tags is 1 to 5. So in this case it's Rebel. This is bad because if he takes just a few stress, he could be very fast unfit. And that would be bad. So let's roll now. First one is no effect. Very good. And the second one is 1 stress. Okay, I can handle that. That's okay. 1 stress is okay. I can take up to 3 stress and I would still be okay. So actually that wasn't too bad. And now it's the slow pilot, so this is now Rebel. And he moves in here, just like that. And he now throws all of his MK20. Okay, I just realized that I forgot something very important. I forgot to place the loiter marker, and I forgot to do the scout check. So this is something I'm gonna do now. Yeah, I'll roll my scout check first. And that's a 9, and this is great actually. We got 4 additional turns and -1 stress. Perfect. Well, I'm glad I remembered that. So now actually the loiter counter would start at 5. But because we got this fuel depot here, it goes down to 4. But then we got 4 additional turns, so we are at 8. That's great. That's really cool. Okay. So now I throw all these bombs here onto these enemy units. And because this number here stands in brackets, I can roll for every bomb for every enemy unit. So that means I can roll 4 times for each enemy unit. And I hope that's enough then. So let's start with the wow, I'm just wondering, is that really what I want to do? Yeah, I think so, yeah. I think I will do that. Okay, so let's start with the... I'm not sure if I really should do it. It's a... let me think this through. Okay, I decided to use only 3 of these bombs of the MK20. And it's not going to be so easy actually. Because I got a -1 for strikes, I need a 7 to hit. So let's start with the SPA. I can roll 3 times to roll a 7 or higher. That's a 5. That's a 3. And a 5. So that was a miss already. Then we got this APC here. That's a 6. A 6 again. Oh, come on. And a 5. Oh my god. That's great. Now we got the command. This is the most valuable one. 3. A 6. Well, it looks really good. And an 8. And then it's the second APC. A 5, a 6, and a 6. Okay, so that was a complete waste. I should have taken this extra stress. I thought about that. I rolled a lot of 6s, but oh my god, that was really, really bad. 12 rolls, and I managed only to roll once a 7 or higher. Great. Okay. Well, that's it then. Now the loiter turn goes down, or the loiter counter goes down, and we start the second turn. So no pop-up counters, and now the enemy cover roll. That's a 3. And well, all the enemies go in cover that are in the same hacks with aircraft. So in this case, it's the same units here. And then the fast aircraft can shoot. Wow. And well, it's hard to say. What I do now is I'm gonna try to shoot the SPA and the APC. And oh no, I can't do that. I have to enter here first because they are in cover, so I have to do a strike. So I have to enter here, and I will also fly. Well, actually I'm thinking about hovering. Okay, I move with this guy with tags. I move with him here, and I shoot with these LAU. The first one goes to the SPA, the second one to one of the APCs. They're both here in cover, all 3 of them actually. The good thing is I got a +1 attack value because this is this Apache 64D. So I got a +0 modifier here, so all I need is a 3 for a hit and a 6 to keep the weapon, which would be awesome. So let's start with the SPA. Okay, I think I forget this mission. And then it's yeah, and the other one is actually the APC. Ah, that's a 3. Great. Oh my god, that was so bad. Lost both weapons, just 1 hit. This is ridiculous. Ah, come on. Okay, so I'd be lucky if I can actually halve this battalion. Let me see, I need 18. That's the number I need to halve it. That should be possible. That is 2, 4, 5, 7, 9, 10, 12, 15, 16, 18, 22 are now left on the board, so let's see. Okay, it's now the enemy that attack. And here we got the APC that can attack, and we roll. Only 1 to 5, it's Rebel that is attacked. And yes, it is Rebel. It's just a light attack. Nothing too bad, I hope. And that is 1 stress once again. But in this case, there is written A10. You can see that here, this is an A10. And that means that I can ignore that stress. So that's very good. And then it's Rebel. He now can do his attack. And yeah, I think what he's gonna do now is he's gonna go to high altitude and move here. And then he's gonna shoot at this helicopter, his 2 rockets here. And then he's gonna fire these 2 weapons, these AGM-114 at the APC and the SPA. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. Let's hope for the best here. So first, let's attack the helicopter. That's a standoff. I got a -1 modifier, so I need a 4 to hit. That's a 10. Finally a good result. So the helicopter is destroyed. And then let's roll for the APC. Again, this time I need a 5 to hit. That's a 2. And now it's the SPA. And that is an 8. That's a hit. Okay, so we managed to destroy that. I'm not happy with this mission. It's looking really bad. Okay, and then we advance the loiter counter. Now it's 6. But before I advance the loiter counter, I will actually move here while I'm on high altitude, so I can cross these 2 ridges. They count as 2 ridges here, so I can cross them in 1 turn. I think that's a good idea. And then I have to draw the pop-up counters on the next turn. Let's see what this is. We now have an airplane in high altitude, and I somehow got a really bad feeling about that. Nope. No enemy. Lucky here. Okay. The only good thing in this mission is that we have a lot of time remaining. So we could actually try to risk something. Or we could at least take our time. Okay, it's now the fast pilot again, and that is Tex. And his problem is that he uses his cannon to attack this SPA here. And he's got a +0 modifier for his cannon and a +1 attack, so he needs a 6. But first I have to roll for the cover, for the enemy cover. And that's a 1, so that means none. That's good. And then we need a 6 to destroy the SPA. It's an 8. Very lucky now. Okay. So... okay. And then I have to move. And I'm actually moving now here. Into that hex. And I think I'm gonna hover. That gives me the opportunity to attack it's risky. Do I really want to do that? I don't know. The tank with the cannon, that's a very, very bad idea, I think. No, I think I won't try that. I have to think about that. I'm not happy with this, absolutely not. I'm still not absolutely sure what to do. It's such a difficult decision. I think I will go here and I try to evade this. I try to evade that ridge here. So let's see. That's a 10. That's great. So in this case I only take 1 stress. Good. So that was the fast units, and then it's the enemy's attack, and we got the tank here. The tank is now attacking techs. Let's see. It's only a light damage. It says no effect. Great. Okay, and then it's Rebel. And he goes now into low altitude again. And, well, let me see. He shoots at this command. Well, actually, he could try to shoot at the APC. On the other hand, I don't want to be shot at from this command unit with his two counters and his range of 1. Rebel would be the target of this guy probably, so I don't want to risk that. So now I use this AGM-65 here and I shoot at the command unit because it gives me 4 points. So I think that would be great. I got a -1. So I need a 2 at least, but that should be possible, I hope. That's a 10. Great. Okay, so no problems here. The command unit is destroyed. And then I can move. And, well, I will probably move here, I guess. Okay. So now let's count here. We got now 1, 3, 5, 7, 8, 10, 11. So we easily halved the mixed force, but it would be great if we could destroy it. I think there's still a chance, even though we had a lot of bad luck here. So now the loiter counter goes down once again, and it's the next turn. So no pop-up counters, but it's the enemy cover roll now. That's a 9. So that's the hex with the most active units. Once again, pretty unlucky. It's this hex here and they go all into cover. I hope to destroy the tank somehow, but okay. Yeah, well, let's see what we can do with that. Okay. And then it's the fast pilots that can attack. And now this guy actually moves over that ridge, and, well, where will he go? He only got his cannon left. And I think he goes here and he hovers here, because that gives him now the opportunity to shoot not only at 1 of these units with his cannon, like he normally would be allowed to do, but to all of them. When you're hovering, you can shoot at all of them. So he's got a +0. And this time I think I take an additional stress point. I risk it. I need a 7, so now I need a 6 to hit, and I got that +1 attack, so I only need a 5. So I start by attacking the SPA. Oh, come on, this is unbelievable. It's a 1. And then it's the APC. That's a 2, great. And finally it's the tank. I don't even want to calculate that. That's an 8. Well, that could be enough actually. So this is an 8 minus 2. That's a 6. That's enough, I think. Minus 2. It's a 6. Normally I would use a 7, but because I have this extra stress roll, it's just enough. So I destroyed the tank. Or at least something. Oh my god. But now the APC can attack, and it will of course attack techs, but it's again only one light attack. Well, let's hope for the best, and that is, well, that means altitude, and that says now until the end of the next turn of this aircraft. First I have to change my altitude. So now I'm at high altitude. That could become a problem. And until the end of the next turn, I'm not allowed to change the altitude. So that might be a problem now, but okay, there's something wrong with this mission anyway, and sometimes you have to just fight your way through things like that. Oh god. Okay. Okay, I know this is risky, but I'm going to high altitude with this guy too. Well, on the other hand, I could try to evade that ridge. That's still possible. Maybe I should do that. Yeah, I think that's something I'm going to do. I'm going to evade that ridge. So now I have to subtract 1 because I have 1 stress. Let's see. Let's hope for the best here. This is so unbelievable. This is a 2. So I gain 3 stress. And I'm shaken now. Oh my god. Why is it so bad? Okay, so now I got 4 stress. Oh, come on. Okay. And now I got a -2 to all of these values. So now it's going to be really hard to do more hits. Okay, anyway, I made it over that ridge. Barely. So I can move here now, and I can now move here an additional hex, and then I'm gonna attack that tank over here. And I'm gonna do this with this weapon, the AGM 65. And because now I got a -2 modifier, it's a -3 modifier altogether. So I need to roll at least a 4 this time. And that's a 5. Very good. I made it. So the tank is destroyed. Okay, and let me see now, let me count this again. We are now at 1, 3, 5, 6, 7. Well, it's not that bad. If we can manage to destroy 2 more targets, or 1 target with 2 points, then we had destroyed the battalion. Okay, so now the loiter counter goes down again. I hope I didn't forget that once. I'm not sure. And it's now time to draw new pop-up counters. And there is Tex here. And he has to draw one. And, oh god, it's an AAA. The good thing is it doesn't have a high range. So if we're rolling lucky, it might not be too bad. That's a 10, and that was luck, because that is placed here now, and it only affects these 4 hexes. So we're not affected by this site. Very good. Still, the bad thing is I think I'm not allowed to change altitude in this turn because of this altitude damage marker. So that means there will be another pop-up marker in the next turn. Okay, and now we have to roll the enemy cover. That's a 7. So this is a random hex. A 10. So that is the AAA. So actually this thing goes into cover now. That's interesting. Okay. And well, then it's Tex as a fast pilot, and he stays there hovering right now. He can't change altitude, and he tries again to attack these two enemies. And well, he needs a 7. And I'm thinking about taking another stress point. It might be worth it. It could be really worth it. On the other hand, we gain 2 stress because all this is happening in friendly transit. So I think we shouldn't take too many stress points, otherwise we might become unfit or shaken for the next day. So I don't take an additional stress point, and I simply try to destroy the SPA. And I think if I manage to do that, the mission was a success. And remember, because I'm hovering, I can attack both targets on this hex. So let's start with the SPA, and yeah, I need a 7 now. Oh, come on! Ah! I got a +1 attack modifier. Oh man, that saved the day now. Great. Okay, so the SPA is destroyed. And then I try the APC. And that's not good enough. Okay, anyway. So now I take another hit from the APC, another attack. Oh no, wait a minute, I can move. Before I do that, I can move. I'm going from hover. I move into this area here. I'm gonna move out of the hex. And now let me count this. It's 1, 3, 4, just 4? 1, 3, 4, no. Yeah, 5. So I managed to destroy the battalion. Well, to be honest, I didn't think I could make that. And it looks good now. So let's draw for this one attack now. And that's bullet holes. That's not too bad. Okay, So now it's the end of the turn, by the way. So this altitude marker goes away now. Yeah, okay. And then, yeah, we can place that here. And now it's Rebel. And he can move actually 2 now. So he moves... Well, it isn't that important actually. He moves simply here in low altitude. And he uses his cannon. And he's got a -1 modifier for his cannon. So he needs a 5 to hit the APC. That's a 7. So the APC is destroyed. And then he's leaving the area. So now we move the loiter counter again. And it's the next turn. Okay, we have to draw another pop-up counter because Tex is still in high altitude. So let's see what's coming up here. Pop-up and no enemy. Again, we were lucky. Okay, with these counters we were quite lucky, I gotta admit that. But the rest of the mission was really not so good. And now we have to roll for the enemy cover once again. And this is a 4. And that means all the units that has destroyed units in the hex. So basically that one goes now into cover. And that one goes into cover. And that one stays in cover. And then it's again Tex, and he now goes to low altitude. And he tries to destroy the APC with his cannon. So he needs a 7, a 6 because of this additional attack bonus here. And that's a 10. Great. So we did it. Doesn't really matter, but it's not too bad either. And then I can move 1 hex, and I move here. And where there is no attack, nothing happens. So now we advance the loiter counter. We draw no pop-up counters. We can roll for the cover. Why not? That's a 10. So actually 1 hex emerges, but it doesn't matter which one. Let's do this one. And then we can move again and we will leave the area. So we actually did it. And if you'd asked me after the first 2 turns if we could manage this, I would have said no way here. But, well, I'm actually now pretty lucky. The only problem is that this guy has a stress of 4. That's bad. Oh, and I think I made an error here. When I attacked this APC, I should have subtracted 2 because he is shaken. But in the end, it didn't matter for the outcome of the mission. Okay, and now I have to draw a... Well, first I have to adjust the battalion strength counter. That was battalion 4A. So the counter is destroyed. It's removed, and then I have to draw the mission event, the homebound mission event, and that is an enemy supply convoy. Expend a total of 5 points of weapon counters to retreat any 1 mobile battalion 1 range band closer to the enemy rear. Well, that's not possible. Okay. And, well, then it's the paperwork. Okay, we gained a victory point. We also gained an additional special option point because we destroyed the battalion. That's the special rule for the Iran campaign. And then we rolled a scout roll here of, I don't know, I think it was a 9. And that gives me -1 stress. So Rebel is now at stress 5. And this is Tex here, he's at stress 3. They both gained 2 experience points. And now, because Rebel is a newbie and he's got these 2 experience points written here, he is now promoted. That's a good thing. To green. Well, that's not too bad. And yeah, he's mentally more stable now. That's a pretty important thing. And yeah, also his abilities are a little better now. Okay. And actually he just needs 3 additional experience points to be promoted to an average pilot. That's interesting. Okay. So that was the end of this mission. I think I'm just wondering if I forgot something, but actually I don't think so. Let me see. What about the special option points? Yes, actually I gain 1, exactly. So now I'm here. I started with 10. I had to spend 2 for the ammunition, but I gain another 1 for destroying the battalion. Yeah. So that's it. I also recorded the damage here on the aircraft. And well, I hope I see you in the second mission of the day. And maybe I'm a little more lucky when firing my weapons there. I hope so. Bye.